Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Shilpa Data Insights. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to discuss one more data structure for Python, which is string, right? And string is one data type which is being widely used by data engineers, data analysts, business analysts, data science, because most of the data is either in integer, float, or string, as well as datetime module, right? So we will discuss the datetime later, but in this video we are going to discuss about the string. And previously we have already discussed how you can declare a variable, how you can take user input, what is boolean, and what is an integer. All the numeric data types we have already covered, how you can do a print statement, and so on, right? If you have not watched that video, then do watch the video which I've already shown you, because in those videos are fundamentals, and then this is again a basic video in which I will be covering from end to end about the string. So in this particular video, let's get started about the string functions, right? What is exactly a string and what are the types of it and so on. So let's see what exactly we will be covering today. So in this video, we will be covering first of all the types of it, that is how you can check the data type of the string and what is the string. Then we will be covering some functions like math, in which we will be covering the length and count. Then we will go ahead and see some transformation like the replace, how you can do an F string, what is a split, how you can multiply it by 2, and so on. Then we will also see how we can clean the data using these functions, and how you can convert an uppercase and lowercase letter, vice versa. Then we will also see how we can do a searching in the string using these methods. And then we will see the validation using is alpha and is numeric. So let's get started with today's video with the first topic, that is types and math. So if we will see here, I have written print abd, and let me run the current file. So the print statement has executed is as abd, and the password length is, because I have written one more variable here which is password, which is 12ab. So it has also given me password length is, but here I have not written password, right? So if I do password, so if I do password, then in that case it's going me to write password length is, and then what is my password. Here it is not the length of the password. So now let's see how we can go ahead and see the length of the password. So if I have to see the length of the password, what I can do is I will write print length of the password. So length is a function which is used to find the length of a particular string. So if I do print length of this password, then what is the length? It's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So total length is 4, right? So that is my length of the password. So if I think about a use case for this, then in that case, if in case I give an email address and a password, most of the time the password should be 8 characters long, right? With one uppercase, one lowercase, one alphabet, one number, and one special character. So if I have to see whether the length of the password validation matches or not, first of all, I have to find what is the length of that particular password. So then only I can see if the valid password that has been given is valid or not in terms of length or not. So what I will do is, if the length of the password is less than 8, then I will just go ahead and do print password length is less than 8. Correct the password length. Okay, so correct the password length. Now, if in case I'll do an else statement. Else, if in case it's greater than or equal to 8, print length of password is good. So let me go ahead and run this file. So now you see here it says password length is less than 8, correct the password length. So let me give 4 more characters, right, and run this. So total length is how much now? It is 8. So now you see it is 8. So it goes to the else block and prints length of the password is good. If is skipped, right, because it is matching in the else statement. So now let's say if I have to go ahead and first of all see what is the type of this. Let me go ahead and write print type of password. So what is the type of the password? It is string. Now let me go ahead and write a is equal to 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'll just move it away from the else block. Now a is equal to 1, 2, 3. Now I will print the type of a. What is my type of a? It should be an integer, right? Now if I have to convert this integer into string, what I can just do is I can put it inside the quotes. So it will be converted from integer to a string format. Now Python is very wise to figure out whether it's an integer or string. If there is no quotation inside it, right, and this is 1, 2, 3, it treats it as an integer. But if in case I convert this into a different data type, which is a float data type, then it recognizes that it's a float data type. But if I go ahead and put this also inside the quotation, then it treats it as a string. So now if I have to print this, and I'll print a value is, right, how I can print a value? I can print it like this. But now let's say my sales is, the name of the person who did the sale is Shilpa. Okay, now I want to write something like this, Shilpa, and then I want to write a, that is 123.90. How can I write it? If I do a print here and I write the name, right, is, I'll concat it. Like I have name is my constant, right, that I want to print it as it is, and then I want to print the name of it, right? So what I will get? I'll get name is Shilpa. So I'll just put a space so that you see name is Shilpa, right? So it prints it like this. Now I want to put and the sale she made is, I'll put this inside the code because I want to hard code this particular thing, and the sale is plus the a value. Okay, now if I run this particular thing, do you think it will run? Yes, because a is already there, right? So let me run this particular value. See, it's written name is Shilpa and the sale she made is 123.90. But most of the time the sale amount is only either an integer or float, right? The data type, you don't go ahead and give the quotation in it, right? Let's say it is a float amount. Now if I go ahead and run this particular thing, do you think it is going to run? See, it will not run. Why? It says the type error can only concatenate string, not float to string. So this is a float value, right? So I cannot add float value to a string value. I cannot concatenate it. I can concatenate name is name till this much and the sale amount is till this much, it's fine. But as soon as I put a, which is a float data type, it throws me an error. Now let's see how exactly I can go ahead and fix this problem, because this is a problem, right? I cannot go ahead and concatenate a float with a string and it will not give me an exact result. So how will I solve this? In order to solve this, what you can go ahead and do is you convert this data type A to a string data type. How you can do it? Put str and inside the str put your variable name. Now str A is converted to a string data type. So now if you see, I have my result. Name is Shilpa and the sale she made is 123.9, right? Now what you can do is, if I just show you here, print str of A. What is my data type of this? The data type of this particular value is string. If I remove the str, it will be float, right? So how we converted the data type of float to string is using the str keyword, inside which you put your A value. Okay, so now you understand how exactly you can go ahead and concatenate a string value with a float value, right? And how you can do a print statement. Now, if I have to print, let's say, this same thing, you can do it with f string, which we will be covering. But now let's say I have a complete uh, keywords in 3 lines, right? I have 3-line text in which I have to find some value. For example, how will I first write those 3 lines? I can write those 3 lines by putting it inside 3 quotes, right? So let's say I will write Python is a programming language. Then I will write Python is easy to learn. Then I will have how much time you need to learn Python. From where do I learn Python? Why Python is famous, right? So what I will do is, now this is my print statement. I can go ahead and print the whole statement right now. So it will be in all the lines, but it is going to print you everything. So now if you will see, let me just do a print here to differentiate the first thing that we wrote and this one. So now this is Python is the programming language. Python is easy to learn. How much time you need to learn Python? From where do I learn Python? Why Python is famous, right? So all the sentence are in a new line, and how we can write it in a new line using these 3 quotes. If you just do a double quote, right, it will not go ahead and work. See, if I write this and inside this double quotes, if I do and I run it, it's going to give me a syntax error because it's expecting it to end it here. The quotation should end it here, not after 4 lines, right? So that's what it is expecting. So now let me go ahead and rerun this. This is my code. Now my use cases, let's say I have this text file. I want to know how many times the Python has come in this particular text. So let's count how many times the Python is coming. So in this, what I will do is I will use the keyword count function in order to count how many times the Python is coming. So let me go ahead and put this inside the text instead of printing it now. So this is my complete text. So in the text, I want to count how many times the keyword Python is coming. So if I run this, count how many times the Python is coming, and let's see what is the result, and check whether the result that you counted and the result that is displaying is same or not. Okay. So now you see Python is coming one time. Why is it so? If you will see here, Python here is one time. Now let me go ahead and remove the uppercase to lowercase and run this code. So you see how many times the Python is coming? 4 times. So let's count. This is first Python, second Python is coming here, third Python is coming here, and fourth Python is coming here. And all of them are lowercase. So how many times it's coming? It's 4. But this Python is having the uppercase. So if you do an uppercase in the first letter, then only it is going to search this particular Python and count it. That is number 1. So what you need to keep in mind is this is basically case sensitive. So complete Python is case sensitive. So you have to make sure that whatever you are writing, it is case sensitive, right? So if the Python P is capital, then it is going to search it 1. And if it is the lowercase, then it is searching multiple times as per the text. So the use case here, if in case you have the complete file, how many times a particular string, or let's say, for example, I have the dollar. So let's say this particular dollar means there is a value, that there is a sales that is being done, and I have to find how many times the sales amount is being given, that is the dollar. And if I search this, then it's going to give me the result, which is 1. Let's say I have again one more dollar, and this is 300. So I will see how many times it's there. It's 2. Let's say instead of dollar, it's being paid in rupees, and I am mentioning rupees. So it's going to search only 1. That is only one time the dollar 200 is there, but the other time it's 300 rupees, right? So it's not going to search that. So that's a use case where exactly you can find the count function that is actually used in every day. So we will go with the next. If you have understood how to use the string, how to use the type, how to concatenate, and how to find the count, as well as how to calculate the length of the particular string, then practice this particular thing, and I will come up with all the functions in the next video. If you like this video, do hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and share it with your friends so that everyone can learn Python. It's a very easy language to learn, so make sure you practice them well and learn it. So I'll come up with the next video related to the continuation of this particular Python series. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you have a good day.